Water Control returns to show the world, hey, we can still win out here. We also have, yes, that is a Crooked Cook package in Eldritch. Yeah, let's dig on into this, shall we? Don't make 30% of you guys have not smashed the 11 crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100K ladder here. The first thing we're going to be looking at here is Water Control. Now, I love Water Control. I have had a lot of time to mess around with this and test. A lot of you guys have been requesting my list. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm waiting on Miracle Contact to come out, and then once we have that in our hands, you can bet your butt we'll see what's going on here. So we have triple copies of Electric Jellyfish, one copy of the Mega Fortress Disappointment, triple copies of Ocean Lord Kyroshin. Remember, this is the reason why this deck is good, because it's a frickin' floodgate, baby. Each player can only control one face-up non-water monster. Good stuff. We have two copies of Warrior of Atlantis, one Terror King Salmon. You could have played Gagi Gago and had better results, but okay. We have triple copies of Legendary Ocean, one copy Called by the Grave, one Demise, two Demise of the Land, a triple Fish Sonar with two copies of Foolish Bro Goods. We have one Fury of Kyroshin, two copies of Mystic Mine, triple Pot of Duality, triple Pot of Extravagance with a one Sea Stealth 2, one Terraforming, two copies of Ice Barrier, two copies of Kyroshin's Dark Reef, one Metaverse, triple Sea Stealth Attack 2, triple Skill Drain, triple Solemn Judgment, and one copy of Torrential Tribute here. We're having up the main deck. Extra deck here, we have one Miss Starboy, one Black Ship of Corn. Holy crap. We have one Acid Golem and one Abyss Dweller. Interesting combinations here. And we have super poly targets for the locals this came from. So you have one Starving Venom, one Trip Overdome, one Mud, one Elysium, one Nintis, one Winda, one Chimera, one Rexstrom, one Genghis, one Fortress, and one Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. Our side deck here, we have one Pinkertops, one Change of Heart, two Cosmic Cyclone, one Feather Duster, two Lightning Storms, triple Super Poly, triple Anti-Spell, and then two Dimensional Barriers here, wrapping up our very, very interesting take of what you can mess around with for Water Control here. Now, Tintin just won a Dueling Book online tournament, and the only reason why I even cared to show what's going on here was we're citing Buzzsaw Sharks with Right Hand Shark to make Crooked Cook. Now, they actually ended up winning Game 3 because against Marincess, they sided in the Buzzsaw Sharks and the Right Hand Shark and actually pulled off an indestructible Crooked Cook. And then they're just like, all right, good luck, have fun. Well, Marincess doesn't have an out to this, we just found out. So, hilarious enough were the results for this. This is based off of the top 64 list, by the way. So you gotta love fun little modifications like this. So we have one Ecclesia, two Golden Lords, two Fallen of Albaz, triple copies of Branded Fusion, triple Cursed Eldname, triple copies of Demise of the Land, two Mystic Mines, two Nadir Servants, triple Pot of Prosperity with triple Conch, triple Punishment, triple Scarlet Sanguine, triple Gozen Match, two Jaguaros, one Metaverse, two Dynamiscus, triple Rivalry, triple copies of Skill Drain, and triple copies of Solemn Strike, wrapping up your main. I know that was very quick here, but like, Mystic Mind Protection, you know, Nadir Searchability, obviously, we'll be able to play the new guy for Nadir here soon, so you can get the draw one, which is really good. And in the next deck, we have one Vampire Sucker, one Lina, one Unicorn, one Imduke, one Access Code, one Totally Awesome, one Crooked Cook, one Bahamut, two Mere Jades, one Lubellion, one Anintis, two Albion, and then one Alba Renatus. Then we have triple Buzzsaw, triple copies of Lava Golem, one Right Hand Shark, two Twin Twisters, triple Evenly Matched, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment, wrapping up our, our take, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely a pile. Next up is a Marincess list that ended up doing well. I love getting the chance to see all sorts of these off-brand lists. Now, unfortunately, Matt did end up bubbling out of Nationals. I think it was an 8-3 finish, which ended up destroying any chance of making top 64 for this. But I figured we'd go ahead and talk about this because, I mean, how many people have given Silent Crosswipe a chance here? You distribute a Cyverse, target a card on the field and destroy. Yeah, I know it's a -1, but inherently the interaction for this can end a game. So little things to really consider in terms of splash, because you're seeing offerings to the Doomseeing play now in this deck. Why can't you mess around with things like this? So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird. We have one Ballisalemia. That's actually very interesting. Haven't seen that in ever. We have triple Blue Tang with the one Mandarin, triple copies of Pascalis, triple Seahorse, triple copies of Spring Girl with triple copies of Nibiru. Then we have two Signet Crosswipe, two Signet Mining, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet with the one Battle Ocean, two Marincess Dive, triple copies of the best Floodgate that you could ever exist for. You gotta love Goes in Match, man. Triple Imperm, and then we have one Marincess Wave. Down there in the extract, we have one Splash Splash, two copies of Sea Angel, one copy of Marbled Rock, one Bubble Reef, one Coral Triangle, two copies of Coral Anemone, two Blue Sluggeroo, the one Aqua Argonaut, one Totally Awesome, one Stealth Kraken, the one Bahamut Shark, and then the one big old Angry Abyss Dweller. Wrapping up our main deck here. Side deck here, we have triple copies of DD Crow, triple Cosmic Cyclone, two Lightning Storms with one Raigeki. If you can't afford Lightning Storms, feel free to interchange for more Raigekis if you deem fit. We have triple Dimensional Barrier, triple copies of Evenly Matched here. Wrapping up, you guessed it, our Marincess list. You really do love to see like the little levels of innovation and things out here. This is really nice. Next up here is a hero list. Now, this hero list ended up doing well at one of the Winnamats and locking down a first place, able to get, a list here. Now, this is more focused on Destiny Hero, where you use, D-Force to get the Plasma, and then you use Plasma to create this big wall that your opponent is going to have a massively hard time to get over. Now, everybody's been so fixated on, like, oh my gosh, I need to do, like, other hero combo. Well, the Destiny Hero package is definitely one of the better lines of play that you can have access to, and there's nothing wrong with focusing the deck on this, all right? I'm just saying other options are available on things. So we have triple copies of Dark Angel. You love to see it. We have one Decider, one Denier. We have one Diamond Dude, two copies of Malicious, one Plasma, one copy of Liquid Soldier with the one Shadow Mist, triple copies of Stratos, triple copies of Faris. We have one Increase, triple copies of Vion with triple copies of A Hero Lives, one Called by the Grave, triple copies of D-Force in its full glory in the main deck, triple copies of Destiny Draw for all the draw power, two Fusion Destinies, triple Mash Change with one Miracle Fusion. We have one Monster Reborn, one Poly, and one copy of Reinforcement of the Army. Down in the next track, we have one Dread Decimator, two copies of Cross Crusader, triple frickin' copies of Dark Law. You love to see it. We have one Hero Blast, one Hero Acid, one Sunrise, one Escuridao with one Absolute Zero, one Dystopia with one Dominance, one DP, and the one copy of Dangerous. Then we have two Ash Blossom, two DD Crows, triple Droll and Lockbird, triple Dark Rule No More, triple Twin Twisters, and two copies of Evenly Matched here, wrapping up your hero variant. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate the power of D-Force here to be able to set up, capitalize, and punish the opponent, because this card is absolutely critical in setting up some of the coolest boss monsters here. And the last list we have here is an Exodia Turbo list. This actually ended up getting, I think it was third place out of its locals. Now, all jokes aside, you don't really see a lot of, little shenanigansies list like this, but you do hide behind, yes, Mystic Mine to kind of create this scenario where your opponent's like, well, I don't know if I can out this. Well, perfectly understandable. I get it, all right? Like, ends up being a very hard card for your opponent to out. So, we have triple copies of DD Guide. Ah, man, giving control of this to your opponent feels so good. We have one Exodia, the Forbidden One, two copies of Karibo, triple copies of Santa Claus. We have one left arm, one left leg, one right arm, and one right leg. We have two copies of Cup of Ace, triple copies of Dark World Dealings, two copies of Demise of Land with one Draw of Fate, triple copies of Mystic Mine, one Day of Peace, triple pot of Duality, one Terraforming with one Upstart, and then, of course, we have triple Appropriate. Oh my gosh, man. Force your opponent to draw, and then you draw. Okay. We have triple Dark Bribe, two Jar of Avarice, one Metaverse, and then two copies of Solemn Judgment here. Wrapping up your, chunk of interesting deck profiles out of this very, very interesting just information gap this week. So what do you guys think about really the interesting stuff that's been popping up here? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And of course, as we're heading on into the new week here for deck list, especially post sneak peek here, if you guys end up seeing anything that's really cool from your sneak peeks, feel free to send those lists on over to me. I'm available on all sorts of social media, mgoal40 everywhere. So feel free to reach out to me. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.